Hey guys, welcome back to That's Brilliant with PC. It's another day. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I want to, today's session is how to create a Printify pop up store. So we'll give it a couple of minutes here to see if we have a live audience today. But if not, I'll just go ahead and record this. I know it is Thanksgiving Eve and people are cooking and fellowshipping and all that good stuff. But for those that are late nighters or want to hang out, this is what we do. So I am going to go ahead and share the screen and get things rolling. Welcome. Thank you for joining. One second while I get can I hope you can hear me. Hey Felicia, how are you doing? Yes, happy pre-Thanksgiving to you as well. I appreciate you joining. How's it going? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, good, good. I hope to what was I gonna say? This should be a fun one tonight. That's good. Are you cooking anything? Doing any cooking? I'm not cooking per se. Well, actually, I'll probably get up in the morning and cook some stuff. But I actually been invited out to some friends. So yeah, it's just me as well, me and my little dog, but I still try to put something on to just have something and chill out. And but I'm excited to be able to start watching some of the Christmas movies and stuff. What about you? I like the Christmas movies and being able to rest from work. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, just for those that might be, I know 'tis the season. um, yeah, it's exciting, but I'm going to enjoy the rest as well. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I hope you have a pen and paper handy. This should be a fun one, and the reason why I put this together is because I wanted to be able to show people how to create a Printify pop-up shop without having to go through Etsy or Shopify or anything. You can set it up that way. And I actually learned some things, which kind of prompted me to do a little bit more research into why this is a good option. Now, there are some limitations, but it's still a good option. So we'll go ahead and get started. So basically, I'm going to go through like things you should think of when for planning, the pros and cons of a Printify pop-up shop, um, how to get your designs, excuse me, as well as marketing and promotion. So to start, the first thing that you would want to consider before you even get started with anything is always your five whys. I mean, five whys, five the well, the who, what, when, where, why, and how, right? So the first thing you need to determine before creating this store is who you're creating it for. So that's going to be your target market. So once you identify who it's for, like I believe you might have been doing creating design or creating products for like students or children or something. So you need to know like that who. And once you define the who, then you can determine the kind of products that you like, the what. So what type of products you want to sell. So of course with Printify, um, you can sell t-shirts, you can sell sweatshirts, you can sell journals, you can sell buttons and stickers and the list goes on. Pillows, decorative pillows, especially during like this season of Christmas. Some people like decorative pillows. Um, you might just want to specialize in pillows alone. You know, you don't have to put everything out there or do everything at one time. You can create different designs for a pillow, like Christmas pillows or what have you, and focus on that as as a niche or niche, as some call it. Um, so determining the who and then the what, and then where. So where are you going to market this? So whether it's going to be, you know, in Facebook groups, like a lot of business groups out there, matching throws. Oh yeah, because they do offer like the throws. So that's smart. That's actually a good idea. So and then to take it even further, Felicia, like say for instance, it doesn't have to just be Christmas. Like I see some people do Christmas theme, but I mean, Christmas is for a season. So like a lot of people, you know, it's football season too. So you could do the pillows, you know, like for and throw and the matching throws for like a specific team, you know, football team, or maybe it's for school. I don't know. I mean, it's so many options that you can think of around that. But yeah, I like that idea. And you can bundle those things together and sell, you know, and sell it as a like a bundle and yeah, and go from there. I think that that's a great idea. So and then like some other market and then that'll help you once you know identify that who and what, then you can go out and figure out, okay, where would I like to market this? You know, will it be for business, others like business to business? Is it going to be specialty groups like on Facebook, or do I need to use specific hashtags if I'm putting out putting posting out on Instagram or TikTok or even Pinterest, because Pinterest is, I've heard people say this all the time, like you should, depending on what you're selling, you should create pins around your products and then make sure you put like your keywords, like if I'm just going to go back to Christmas. So if it's Christmas, it can be holidays, it can be Christmas 2023, it can be gifts like Christmas gifts, those keywords and stuff when you create those pins or posts wherever. But then when people are looking for or the team name or what have you, so when people are looking for specific pins and or a specific gift or whatever, they can find your post, and your post should link back to your store. So and you can create like your pins in Canva, or there is a tool called Tailwind, Tailwind. It's a really cool tool, and it helps you to schedule your Pinterest posts. And actually, they've expanded it to Instagram and I believe Facebook, so you can just schedule everything. But they specifically created this application for Pinterest and pins and stuff. They have a community. It's a very cool software, but it's Pinterest.co, I believe. And I'll put it in my in this video in the not the comments, but the description after this. I'll list some of the things that I'm mentioning now. But it's a really cool tool. So After you determine your where, then you're going to determine your how, I guess. So, how are you going to do it? Like, well, basically, that would be through, creating a store itself. So that's your how. Let me think. How, how would you go about promoting it, I guess? And that's still because you have your where. So how would you go about promoting it? So would it be during like a specific holiday, um, or just kind of off season, or I'm trying to think of what else that would center around that how. But I mean, I think you kind of get the idea. And then your why, which is the most important thing, because that's centered around your vision and your goals. So your vision first, and then like what goals do you have? Do you have like your monetary goals? Like how many sales do you want to make per month or per day or per week? And then how much? What's your target profit? What's your target revenue, which is your sales? And then after you've paid all of everybody out, then you're left with your profit. How much do you want to take home? How much do you want to make? So once you determine those things, then you can start the creation. So that's where we're gonna go. Now, do you have any questions while I get this set up for you? I am going to stop this share. Give me a second here. I'm going to go ahead and go over to Printify, and feel free to walk through this with me. You just brainstorm. Okay. Um, let's see. So I'm gonna go into my Printify shop. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen again. Share. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay. Printifier. Oh, that's my one little store. I have a whole $13 there. So but I have another one, but I created. Okay, so this is the back end of Printify. So on the left-hand side of the screen, um, it depends on if you've set up a shop or not. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry. Let me go back to the pros and cons of having a Printify pop-up shop. So this is a tad bit different from the full-blown Printify store that you connect with like Etsy or um, Shopify or what have you. And so some of the pros is like I found out that like if you're creating a store for the first time, you have to like and then you connect it to Etsy. Etsy and Printify only talk, and I'm using quotes, talk to one another based on getting the product based on the product order. So you can of course create orders or get orders through Etsy to shoot over to Printify. But the thing that they don't connect with is the payment processing. So you have to put a credit card on file or debit, whatever credit card on file in Printify to take the initial. So if the orders come through, they're going to charge your credit card first, regardless if it comes through Etsy. And Etsy's going to hold that amount until that customer gets their order. So that's kind of difficult for people that are just starting out. They're actually trying to make money, and not have to worry about upfront costs. Because say, for instance, what if you did go what if one of your products just went off really well and you sold like 200 items at $20 per item? Well, that's what, $4,000? Or am I saying that right? Yeah, that's $4,000. Is that $4,000? Yeah, 20 times 200. So if you're that's like $4,000, and like that just didn't register right with me. So, but a lot of people said, you know, until you get things established, like it's a common thing. You're getting things flowing. You need to have that card as the quote unquote middleman. But what the Printify pop-up shop allows is that you can create this store independently from any other like third party storefront, if you would. And so when your customers place an order, they're placing the order directly to Printify. So you don't have to have a credit card or anything on hand. And so I thought that that was very helpful. The next pro was, of course, what I mentioned, and that was that um, it's a standalone. So you can just share the link that you have for your store. You can share it to anywhere. You don't have to worry about the fees from other programs or applications that you would need to to use them at, like I said, as your storefront. Yes, yeah. So that was really interesting. So I mean, like I said, I played around with Printify just, a little bit. But when I started doing a little bit more research, I was like, oh, that might not be good. So while people are out there telling, people like, oh, go start up a Printify shop or what have you, you have to consider all the little things that they don't tell you about. And I thought that that was very important because that's not good. And you don't want to have a whole bunch of orders, not even just one. You don't want to have an order out there and you can't process it because you might not have it to cover. So you can, yes, you can begin with Printify pop-up shop, um, the pop-up shop. So that's what I'm gonna show you how to do that until you start there. And then when you start getting orders and you want to expand out to a marketplace where people are coming in um, and looking for stuff, I would move it out there, and that's a good way to test your market. Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, you're welcome. So yeah, that's definitely a good way to start. And then, like you said, it's a great way to test your market. And if you start to see that it becomes popular, then you can put it out on Etsy or you can create a Shopify store, what have you. But that just kind of saves you money. And the bonus is it saves you money from having to incur fees from like Etsy. Yes, exactly. That's right, Felicia. It's that is helpful. So you're not having to worry about all those fees up front, and especially if you're in a kind of testing period and you don't want to be paying for something because those third party people, even though Etsy doesn't charge you to be on their monthly, they charge you those listing fees, after a certain time or whatever. Um, so yeah, but so and the other caveat to just having a pop-up shop is that Printify, all the shipping, it covers the shipping and stuff like that. So everything is calculated. So the main thing that you need to be concerned with or to make sure that you have set up is your profit. Make sure you're what I'm trying to say, the profit margin. So, whether it's 40 or 50% of what and we'll go through that of what the actual total cost is, then that's good. But that money is coming to you, and you're not having to divvy out to other places. right? So in so when you go to Printify and you're on your dashboard, do you have any other questions before I get started? I'm sorry. And I will go ahead. I'll watch out. But so when you're in Printify on your dashboard, you'll look to the left-hand side of your panel. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. It's just us tonight, which is fine. I'm just grateful someone's here for now. But I thought it was such a great finding. Is there a limit? No, no. So I say you do is there's no limit to the items that you can start with. No. So you can choose everything that Printify offers. It's just there are some minor limitations, which I'm sorry, I still need to go over the cons. So the cons are with this Printify pop-up shop. So they give you a URL or yeah that you can customize, but the thing about it is it's going to say like printify.com or yourstorename.printify.com. Of course, when we're creating stuff like that and we're trying to have our own stores, we don't want people knowing where we're creating these products from. So the thing that I would say invest in is a domain. So like your own or own store name domain or what have you. So www.yourstorename.com. And then you can redirect. And I'll probably do a little quick video to show you how to point this domain to the Printify so or your Printify domain or I'm sorry, your Printify URL to your custom domain so that people, because you want to still look professional. You don't want it's, you know, starting out like, okay, we know she did her workout on Printify. Of course, a lot of people are doing stuff print on demand, but still, you want it customized for you. Also, like and take this down. So one of the places where I get a domain real inexpensive is namecheap.com. I think it's namecheap.com. And I'll leave like all this in my namecheap. Yeah, namecheap.com. And I'll leave all the links in my like I said in my description. But for if you use it for the first time, I believe you get like the name for like or your domain for like $5.98, and that's for a whole year. And then you can point that back to your Printify uh, URL. So that does help. The next limitation, if you would, is the customization of the store. So you can't really make it pretty. It's just going to be kind of listing products, if you would. But hey, neither here nor there. I mean, it's very limited customization, so it's not going to look pretty like a Shopify storefront. But I think you can embed it into, like if you have a website, you could probably embed the store in, like if you use Wix or something, and they have it where you can type in or add that or embed a store, then you could kind of do it like that. But for the most part, it's going to be plain and simple, but it still gets the job done. And then the third con that I think of is that there would be low traffic. So compared to having it out in a marketplace like Etsy, where you get people looking for items, in this case, there's no traffic. You would be responsible for the marketing, promotion, and just making sure you keep sharing the link and sharing, have your Facebook page. If you're just starting, create a Facebook page, business page, if you would, for your product. Share it out to people that you're connected with on Facebook, and just keep sharing those products. And then go into like I said, those those places that you've identified. So I would say, let me back up. I would say create like a Facebook page, and then you go to like the different groups out on Facebook that you might be connected to that might say, hey, we're looking for small businesses that are selling something for the season. Or yeah, you can also advertise them on Instagram. So making a link and just as you share your post, tell them that the link is in the bio for your store. So wherever you choose to um, promote your store, then that's where you would want to put the link, and then you would just want to keep sharing that link in different ways and making it fun, that so that people, when they're looking for something, uh, they'll your store or your page will pop up, and then you can say link in the bio or what have you. So yeah, I would say put it there. And you can use a tool called there's so many. There's one called Linktree, and then there's one called Beacons, Beacons .ai, um, which will allow you to kind of create like really pretty links, if you would, and share that kind of stuff. So you could create a link to, or several links. So say for instance you're doing your journals, you could create a link to the your journal page, just go to the product, create that link, and then come back and say if you're doing throws and pillows, create a separate, go to your store, find the throws and pillows bundle, get that link and put it there. And so that's how you can stack those links, and then people can go find what they want. So there's different ways you can be creative and still do this for low to no cost, especially getting started. So those are the biggest things. So anyway, now we can go over to the Printify. Yes, Linktree is very, very popular, and you can customize it. So, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let me grab some water here. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm back. Thank you. It's like my mouth was getting dry. My throat was getting dry. Okay, so in Printify, like I said, you'll go to your dashboard, and down here, you may, if it's brand new or whatever, you'll see add a new store. So when you click that, it's going to come up with all this good stuff like where do you have a sales channel? You can sell in these areas. But if you don't have a sales channel, this is it. So it's called Printify Pop-Up. It says start selling right away. No need to create a website. Just send out a unique link to your family, friends, and followers. So I'm going to just go ahead and click on that so we can just kind of go through real quick. So while Printify Pop-Up Store order shipping is available for all destinations, there are specific restrictions regarding who is eligible to sell with Pop-Up Store. And I think that really is for like your international people. Um, what is my store URL going to look like? So yeah, like I said, it's going to have like the printify.me. So your store name, printify.me. That's why I said you probably want to get your own domain so you can mask it if you would. And then people won't have to know it's coming from Printify. Um, Customizing the look of your pop-up shop. So you can customize it by adding a logo and links to your social media accounts, but I've tried it and it's really limited. So I don't, it's not going to look like, well, here's something. Let me take it back. So here's a sample. So I'm going to show you a sample. So this is this is probably the extent to what how you can customize. I think they give you like four options for the look, like the background. I think one was kind of a yellow, and then other ones were like gray. But outside of that, I mean, it's just a straightforward uh, listing, if you would. But nonetheless, it gets the job done. So, like, if you click on, you can make your categories. I mean, and then when you click on an item, you still get the features like your mock-up preview, the details of the product. You can add your own details if you like, and then yeah, it's pretty just straightforward. It's just that simple. The next thing, let's see, is the refund and return policy. So Printify takes care of all the customer service for you. So like if you had this store out on Etsy, um, you would be responsible for providing customer service or being that in between. Hello, thank you for joining. Let me know where you're at watching from. We're talking about how to create a Printify pop-up store, the benefits and getting things set up. So I thank you for joining. But yeah, I mean, it looks good, Felicia. Like as far as it just has what you need, especially when you're getting started. So let me go back to here. So from your dashboard, you're going to go ahead and click Launch Pop-up Store. And then you're going to give the store, like put in the details. So let's see. Let's see. Okay. I'm just going to say Love and Joy Pop-up. And then you'll add your country. So, United States. So see how it gives you that URL. And like I said, the only thing that kind of throws me off is saying Printify. And then you'll just go ahead and read through the terms of agreement or terms of service, and then go ahead and select that, and then you click. Okay. And then after you hit create a pop-up store, then these are the options. So you do get a little bit of customization, but you can't do anything outside of that. So you can either have that plain white background, or you can have one with any of the other colors if you want a little bit more distinction. Kind of wish they would have given us like just a little bit, like we could create our own color, like so it could fall in line with our brand or our theme or whatever. But I mean, for starters, you can't complain. So we'll just say, I'm going to try this yellow one or this gray one. I think I like this. And then we hit pop up. And then it says the store is live. And all I have to do is, and this is the link that you would share. So I'm just gonna kind of play around with it. So this is what it looks like, excuse me, without anything in there. But yeah, that's the basics of that. And then you would just go to add your products. So then you would just do that as you would anything else. So I can still start with my mugs and then start, yes, and then gradually move up into the bundles. Yes. So basically you would design them as normal. Oh, now I must say you need to go into wallet, and set up like how you're going to receive your payments and all that good stuff. There's some setup behind the scenes, but for the most part, yeah, it's easy peasy from there. So you'll just go to your catalog and then just figure out what you want to sell. So let's just say, so yeah, it gives you all the you know, everything that you would if you connected to Etsy or what have you. So let's see. I think I'm gonna try baby accessories. Let's just say that. Oh, so now the next part is your design. So I'm just gonna make sure that it does the same thing. So I'm gonna try this baby beanie. Let's try that. And so now you're like, okay, I have the store set up. Now, how am I going to create my designs? How can I get that? So let me show you what Printify. Printify has made some serious updates. And actually, this Printify, the pop-up shop, was one of the recent updates that they made like 2 years ago, 2 months ago. So the second thing is, of course, everybody's taking on AI. So let me show you something. So I went ahead and hit start designing, and you could either, create your image like in Canva, like your design in Canva, and then import it into Printify, or you can go over here and you would import it by, downloading the design in Canva, saving it on your computer, and then uploading it using my device. But the second thing is this AI image generator. So you can get examples of like some of the designs here. This is some of the ones that I just had made by putting in prompts. So you can say the style. So the style means kind of like how you want it to come out, like a digital art or photographic or like line art. So I'm gonna try like a comic book style. So like a character. Yes, you can still use Canva with Printify. And I think it's a link over here. I'll come back out of this in a minute, but let me show you. This is really cool. So you see where it says text prompt, and it kind of gives you an idea like illustrated, geometric, animal design, and flat colors. Yes, you can save them as templates. That is correct. Yep. And then you upload it into Printify. And if we have a little time, I'll show you how to do that real quick. I'm gonna show you a couple of things. So I'm gonna say, let's see, create an illustrated. I'm just randomly trying to illustrated name. Name. Let's see. I can't think of a name. Amber in pink in shades of pink. I don't know what this is gonna come out. It'll probably think amber is like the color amber, but we'll see what it comes up with. So once you hit generate or whatever the prompt was, it's gonna give you some designs that you can work with. Um, and you have to be kind of specific, but I'm just gonna click this as an example. So I could add this as my artwork, if you would. You can play around with it, but here's the fun part. So over here, this is white background right now, but I can select where it says background color, and I can change the color of the design to kind of blend with the design. Now, I wouldn't say I really want this design, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what you can do. Um, Let me just do this, and then you can go to preview so you can kind of see. I don't necessarily like that design, but you see, that's the front. So you see how it changes the color. Yeah. So you could do some, not necessarily this black look, but let me see if I can do something else. So I just use the word illustrate. Let me get this out. Let's try it again. So I'll delete that and go back to image and just say, let's see, how about hearts? Hearts, create hearts in various colors. Let's try that and see what it gives you. Okay, so it gives you some. The only thing is, I think, let me see. I'm gonna try this, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get rid of it. I don't know if I think you can get, okay. So this button right here. So say for instance, you like the design, but you really don't like the yeah, I'm gonna show you something real quick. So I don't like the background because of course you want this to go on your product. So this little person right here, if you hover over it, it says remove background. So if I click that and I hit quick remove, it should get rid of this board background, hopefully. So now all you have are just the hearts. So then you can hit apply and it's just going to put the hearts on your page. And then down here, I want to create a pattern because I want hearts all over the design. So let's just see if I hit create pattern. Well, I didn't want it all the way on the outside, but it depends on how you get it set up. So let me turn that off. I'm going to make this a little smaller. And then I'm going to try to create a pattern. Let's see. Oh, that made a whole bunch of hearts. So, but anyway, if you want, now let's just preview it. And it kind of gives you, it creates that little pattern. But for this, you can see all those little lines in there. But I'm just kind of giving an idea of how to use like the AI to create. Let's see, let me get rid of that. But you can, let's just see if you can also, I think you can add text. So let me see if I add a design. Yeah. So you can also, okay, here's another thing. So yes. So there's also another thing. So say for instance, you pull whether you use AI as the design tool or you want to personalize it. Here's the key. The products that you create, I think right now, especially if you personalize, you can sell your product higher. So when a person creates the order, you would turn off in Printify, you would set the orders to manual order so that you can personalize a product because people like stuff like maybe I want to put the baby's name instead of me trying to make it. I can put Amber, highlight that and change like the font to maybe a pretty uh, script or something. You just have to play around with the font, but you could, do a name and maybe just not even have a design. So I take the design off. I could do a name and find a nice font. You just got to kind of play around with it to see what looks nice. Um, let's try this one. Yes, I think that is a really cool gift because a lot of people like personalized stuff. They people those sell really really good, you know. So now if we preview it, it'll come out something like that. And you like I said, you have to now the design part is limited, of course, in um, Printify because it's not really a design tool, but still you can personalize things within Printify, especially once you figure out like the type of font you want. that's going to stand out and look very nice. But you'd have to kind of play around with it. And I guess you could use this up at the top to say, do you want handwritten font or something like this, which is it's kind of nice. Then you kind of stretch it out a little bit. Yes, you have to play with it, but it is definitely a start. And then you can, like I said, you can change the color because if you change the color, that's how it's going to print out. And that's for any type of product. But if you kind of consider that on any products that you sell, that you offer it as a personalization, that's going to sell more. It's going to sell a little better because people love personalized products. So I'm going to go back here and see if I add design. You can also, I think this is cool because this fiber, I'm not sure if you've heard of fiber, but say for instance, you don't like designing. I'm going to show you some other ways too, a real quick way. But you can hire somebody to create designs for you. So I guess they have it integrated in here where you can browse designers on Fiverr, and sometimes you can find people to create stuff for like $5, or if you want like a unique design, you can pay $5, $10 or whatever, and tell them what you want. They give you a couple of mock-ups, and then until they perfect the style that you want, and then it'll be integrated in here, and you can add it over there. So that's another way. So you have Canva where you can create this designs. You can go out to Fiverr if you want to, and have somebody create it for you, or you can go to a place called Creative Fabrica, and you can get a lot of you've heard of Fiverr? Yeah, I've used them a lot, and they're good. I mean, you can find some good designers out there, and you can put your work out there. If you do something great, you can uh, create a service out there, and then that's another stream. So but Creative Fabrica is where you can get a lot of like the fonts. So if you like this particular font, you can download this. They were offering this for free. They have sometimes you can go to their freebies. Let's see. Under mm, oh, there's a freebie area somewhere here, and it's freebies, and you can find all kind of free stuff like fonts or graphics or what have you. But anyway, if you can download fonts, or let's just say quotes. So, and it depends on, sometimes you can get a whole bunch of quotes. Sometimes you can get them for like $1 or something, but this is like 60 fonts or quotes. So you can get all these quotes and just go create designs with the quotes. So you have here's 60 designs, just as an example. But if you said like, let's see, mom quotes, funny mom quotes. Oh no, that's the coloring page. Yes, yes. Have fun. Like this is like the perfect time. Like you're doing, kind of chilling tomorrow. This is like the stuff you want to work on. I plan to work on some myself. But yeah, like motivational quotes. I was trying to find some with mom, but like this. So they're already created for you. Like this one's free. So all you have to do is download it on your computer and then upload them into Printify, and then you've got 20 designs. All you got to do is put them on your products and then sell them, right? And then, like I said, the products, you can always change the color of the products so they don't always have to be the same. Um, and like I said, I'm just jumping all over. Hold on. But if you want it just depends on who you're marketing this to. Um, yeah, you can determine if you want to customize it. Let me think of illustrations. You can type in illustrations. Let's see what it pulls up. A whole bunch, like graphics. Let me hit graphic. Well, so you got like you can do Christmas stuff. I mean, it's all kind of stuff. You can say Christmas illustrations or these different clip arts. You can say illustrations. You can yeah, it's a lot of free. It's a lot of free. You're welcome. It's a lot of free stuff with scripture on them. Okay, in different colors and tumblers. So you can go type in scripture. Let's just try that. Scripture. Let's say scripture. So let's see what this one is. So this is 50 cents. And sometimes, like I said, you can find some free ones out here, but that's 18 different designs that you can start with right there, right there. And people would love that. And the thing, Felicia, with that, you can still customize it. So you can offer the plain ones, and then you can say for extra whatever or whatever, you can say Christina, with God, all things are possible, you know. So you can customize it and just create those samples. And like I said, with not like I said, but when you go over here and after you put your design out there, you'll go to like your preview, like your mock-up version. I'm just using this as an example. So say for instance, you want to share those mugs, you'll right click on the design and you'll hit save image as and create a name for it. And so then you'll have your mock-up design. So you'll have like a real product image that you can share when you're promoting your product. So that's an easy way to create those mock-up designs and be able to share them. So on the mugs and journals, I put on there, write the vision down. I love that. Okay, well there you go. So all you got to do is just upload them, and there you go. So like that mug and the journals, yeah, that's awesome. So you got some work to do. You got some work to do. But yeah, I was just showing these areas as an example of like for some that don't have designs in mind or what have you, or if you want to expand your work, if you would, you can go out here to these places and get like some free ones. So yeah, that's that one. And yeah, I mean that's pretty it's pretty it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. You have any questions? Let me see. So they've got other ones. Let's see. And then you could add, let me see. What you add with this. It's just these are under graphics. And so the possibilities are just endless. You know, here's something, I don't know what that is. These are popular, but these tumblers, these glass tumblers, I see you like you can buy them out on Amazon. These tumblers, and then people are creating them. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. Well, I hope this that's awesome. That I'm happy for you. Like, yeah, just go for it. But I mean, this is a place to start. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to figure out, how can you make because everything nowadays you have to pay, you have to pay for it, which I get it. But every type of service out there, there's a fee that comes along with it. And oh, they do. There's a fee that comes along with everything that you do. And if you don't have the ball rolling per se, then you're kind of wasting money. So I feel like this is an easy way to start up without having to spend a lot of money, and then just kind of getting it out into the marketplace and testing your market to see what people like, what what people tend to choose a little bit more over the other one, and then just kind of go from there. So I feel like this is a good start. And then, like I said, if you want to use it to connect to like an Etsy store to reach a bigger market, if that's the way that you're led or whatever, then you can go there. But start, you know, with taking those baby steps and then go from there. So okay, they do have plastic tumblers with a straw. Okay. They have so much. They have so many. Let me see. Catalog. Okay. They have some real cool ones. And you know that Stanley stuff, Stanley cup style is very popular. Kind of like that little travel mug. Very, very popular. Yeah. Yeah. So there you have it. I mean, I I'm glad you were able to join. I'm glad I was able to help. That's a blessing. Because it can be difficult and it can be kind of discouraging because I know I have looked at different options out there, and I was starting to get frustrated with, you want to get out there, and but everything is a fee. You're still trying to, like you said, get your feet wet. You're trying to figure out which direction you need to go, and just testing the water, and you don't want to spend all this money on this stuff. I know I don't. But I'm glad to see that there are different options. So I'm gonna do something like this. Let's just see. Oh yeah, that's like the prompt I made. Um, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna see how it looks on this tumbler. So this is like the prompt I made. Create a cute little black girl with colorful clothes. She has big brown eyes and a cute smile. It's Christmas time and showing oh, that's supposed to be snowing. I was like showing. And she is going to the mailbox to check for Christmas cards in the mail. She has red rubber boots on. So basically, when you're using AI and trying to create prompts, you have to kind of tell a story, if you would. You have to have this like vision in your mind, and then just telling the prompt, creating a prompt based on how you picture it. So I say the best way to create these prompts is to think of it as a little mini story. So now these didn't turn out like my first one did, because when I first used it, it came out really close to how I entered it. So I don't know why it didn't use what I had given it, but let me see. And it looks like you're only limited to 15 prompts per day. But let me see. Let me check my library. But it'll save your images if you would. I think, yeah, it'll save the ones you like. So like this, not that one. Well, hold on. I'll just try that. Now I purchased that image. I purchased this one, but like for something like this, maybe this is for a mom and this is their baby girl. Hit add a design. Customize it. So I would say, um, what's her name? Oh my goodness, I can't think of a name. Oh gosh, I can't think of a little girl's name. What is wrong with? It's like I blanked out. I'm trying to think of a cute name. I don't. Oh my gosh, I can't think of a name. Okay, just put Paris. I cannot think of a cute name. Like I just blanked out for whatever reason. And then just like change the font. Let's just see. Yes. Lily. I know. I'm like Lily. I could not think of a name. We'll just try. And then, oh, that's a beautiful name. Oh, that's a very beautiful name. Lily and Rose. That is beautiful. I like that. Let's just try that. Lillian Rose. That's beautiful. So now, if you preview, isn't that cute? I got this one off of Canva. I mean that could sell in itself. Like you said, if you personalize, I'm telling you, you customize stuff, people will be willing to buy. If you can get like cute little images, like any kind of cute image, and then you add like a personalization or customization on it, those sell really, really nice. And like I said, if you when you create your items and you like what you see, then you'll right click on the image on your computer, right click, and then hit save image as, so you can save it on your computer. And then you can post those, you can make posts and get them out there on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitter, whatever. Make pins or what have you. Yes, this came from a shop on Etsy. I really like that one. And I like it more now that I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, some designs right there. So, um, and I like stuff like this because you can use it on a mug. You can you can use it on various items. Let me think, what else? Um, so many options. So, Felicia, do you have a store already? I mean, you have pages already? Let me see. Okay, my library. Where is it? Okay, let me see how this. Okay, I'm seeing. So one. Oh, okay, cool. So you're just getting back out again, or so I want it on the front. Maybe I want a red pillow, and then I'm gonna move that up. You have to make sure it's in the lines, and then we'll go back and add designs and add the text. And we're gonna add Lily and Rose back out there. That's a nice little gift. Let me see. Let me find that script font, Alex Brush, and then put it at, I guess. Okay, let me pull this out here. And then also you could do, I'm gonna copy that, I believe. And then you can say, you could add a scripture on the back. I'm just gonna say blessing, blessed and highly favored. Something kind of cute on the back. I'm gonna do something like that. And then let's see, hold on. Let's see how that'll look. Oh, it's kind of, no, hold on. Let me pull that in a little bit. So it won't look so stretched. This on the back. I wish they gave you a 360-degree view. I guess I could pull that in just a tad bit more. Let's do that. Just a tad. So you can see it clear. especially when you're making stuff so that people can see it, right? Isn't it cute? Let's see. Yep, that now that is cute for Christmas pillows. Oh my gosh. That's an item right there. So that's why I was trying to say, if you have time to work on this stuff tomorrow, you can have this stuff ready for Black Friday or just out for Christmas and offer them as customization. It is too it is. I'm like digging it. Let me see, because now this let me see what it actually looks like because the realistic. So it might be a little darker red, but that's pretty. That is very cute. This just gives it. So when you save your mock-up, make sure it's out on I know. I think I'm gonna do it because I'm like, oh my gosh, those are cute. Um that is just cute as a button. It's just perfect. But yeah, if you do your mock-ups, make sure it's set to realistic because what realistic will do, as I've heard, that's the color that it'll yes. So we'll go over to that. So once you do this, that this realistic view will give people a real view of what the color's gonna print out as. Because I've heard some people say, oh, it looked like one color, but when I got it, it might have been darker or lighter or whatever. So make sure when you make up your mock-ups or whatever, make sure it's set to realistic and then save it. So okay, so now let's go to let's see the pricing and markup. So product variants. Let's see. So okay, so they have different sizes. So don't forget when you are creating your products to go up here to the product variant. So this size right now is $10.10. That's the price. But because we're customizing it, I'm gonna also select all these other options because they're larger pillows, all the way up to 20 by 20. So that's a nice size. So I'm gonna look at that real quick. Let's see how that pulls up. Oh, I guess it doesn't show you the difference really in the pillow size. So you which sometimes have to probably go out on the internet and get a an idea of what the sizing. I'm just using pillows as an example. But anything that has like different measurements or whatever, I would go out to the internet and kind of do some research to see how big something is. But okay, so let's just say we're satisfied with that. We're gonna go ahead and hit save product, and then this is where we get into the pricing. So, from my understanding, so the retail price, is what they kind of suggest the suggested price. It is. It is cute. I'm loving it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Um, and then they currently have the profit set at here the profit, but here's your profit margin. So they have it set at 40%. So you're getting 40% of the retail price, I believe. So that's the production costs. Hold on, hold on. I want to make sure I say that right. Um, so if the production is 10, hold on, let me grab my calculator. Because I think they say they have it already set at 40%. So this is what you'll actually make if the price is set here. But let me see something real quick. So 10 plus 979. Because I want to make sure. Mm, okay, so 1989 So the total cost for the individual would be, no, it's something off. Hold on. 1010. I'm going to be honest with you. This always confuses me because the way I had seen it, you say, let me see something real quick. So if it's 50, okay. Okay, so 50. Let me go back to 40. Okay, let me do it this way. I have to just kind of do a process of elimination. So if I said 10, it's a dollar. So 10% of this retail price. So if I said 20, yeah. Okay. So if I said 50, because I want 50% of the profit. So that would have to go up 10. It's correct on there. Yes. So they have, from what I understand, they have it already set at, this is what you'll get. So 40% of the 1683, and then they will pay for the shipping. So one thing that they did say was kind of like a con with Shopify, or I'm sorry, Printify, is that the individuals would have to you can't bundle or offer free shipping. So yes, the profit amount is correct. You're right. Um, the shipping costs they would have to pay for. You can't offer it free because some people offer it free and then they'll put it in their price, but that's not going to work. So you would have to kind of play around with it. Uh, but what I've also heard is, because people like specialized gifts or what have you, they're willing to pay the cost to get something that they like. So if it's really nice, then they're going to pay for it. Now, like for this bigger pillow, I would have to see what a 20 by 20 pillow is, because the thing about it is that's like $21 shipping. I don't know. I'm curious. Let's just see. I'm just curious, but this is what I would do. Because I'm like, what kind of pillow is that? Pillow. Because that's a 20 by 20, and that looks like a standard pillow. Yeah. So, and I guess you can't really be concerned about what people, you know, what people think or whatever. But I am kind of conscious with what I would sell, because I would think about, is it nice enough for something that, yeah, so it seems off, doesn't it? Because if it's standard, a standard pillow, a 20 by 20, for that shipping to be so high is kind of throwing me off. That's why I'm like, is that really that size? Or is that a huge, you know how there's some big jumbo pillows? Is that, because it looks like a regular pillow. Let me look at something. Because if that's the case, I would only, if I was doing pillows, I would only do one size. Because I'm like, I don't think I'd pay $21 for this. I don't know. But you see, like that's a 14. Let me see. They all look about the same. See, that's what I need to see. Like, what does it look like? It just looks like a standard pillow. So I don't know what the difference between the. I would have to see a 20 by 20, but that's just me. But like I said, the only thing that would probably make it make sense is if it was personalized, kind of like how we did it. But yeah, I mean, after you fill out your details, um, let's see. and like you select your mock-up view of how you want it to show, and then you write your listing. And like if you need some help with writing out your listing, you can either use chat gpt and then just kind of give them, like, please create a fun title for a cute pillow, for customized pillow or something like that for Christmas. And then also write a description for it. And what I would do is just add that description here, change the title there. I'll keep this information in because it's just helpful. And then I'll publish it. So I'm just going to put it out to the store and take a look at it now. So it's publishing right now. And let me see if I have the store up. Visit store. And there's my pillow with your little grandbaby's name on it. So okay, so this one came out to 24.47. Let me look at this now. Oh, so that was at 20. That was the 20 by 20. And the only reason why I personally wouldn't offer it is because of that shipping cost. So I would probably stick with either 16 by 16 or 14 by 14. That's just me. So, oh, I will. I'll use that as a mock-up. I'm gonna use that one as a mock-up. You might have to add that to your store. But yeah, so that, I mean, it's cute. That is cute. And then when you click on it, you can see it up front. Yeah, that's too much. But I like that. That's cute. You know? Oh, it's just so many possibilities out there. It's so many possibilities. It's just a lot. I'm serious. It's so many possibilities. I don't, like I said, I don't think I would offer all those. So that's one thing I would look at before I post it or the product, is I would see if I really wanted to. I would look at the pricing to make sure that it would be something that I would offer, because that, I just feel like that's too much for shipping. I can't. If it was like two pillows, I it would make sense or something. I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. I get that people will pay extra, but I wouldn't even offer something like that because I wouldn't personally buy it. But that's just me. Unless it was a very unique design. It was like a must have. Like, I gotta have that. But that's just me. Yeah, it's so many ideas. It's so much. That's why I'm like, I've gotta, you know, gotta just test the waters. And I have put off, to be honest, like the print on demand for so long. I played around with it. I've had it, made a lot of stuff, but never really promoted it. But I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't have the knowledge that I have today. So I'm glad I've learned from others first before I put it out there and was like, okay, what in the world? Why am I getting orders, and why am I are they taking money out? But it really got me when I heard that Etsy and Printify don't work together as far as the payment part of it. That's what got me, because they were like, no, you need to put a credit card out there first, then take the orders. And then once you kind of get a cycle going, then you can uh, I mean, I guess you still would have to. You really can't turn it off, to be honest. But yeah, I guess what they were saying, once you get the cycle going, because the thing about it is you won't get that money from Etsy to you until you've completed the shipping, once the customer has received their order. So yeah, that was a lot. So I think that was what like was like, oh well, I need another way. And when that popped up, I was like, there you go. Yeah. So you have any questions? I know it's a quiet night, but I certainly appreciate you. So can it be different pricing? So it can be different pricing. Um, yeah. So I would like um back at my products. So now that I know the pricing, I would go back to edit this, and up here, I would turn that off. I might, for like something like that. I might even I would probably offer like two options because I'm like, that just doesn't sit well with me because I can't justify that in my head, technically, for it to be that high. Um, like I said, you could probably up this a little bit more in price because it's customized and it's nice, but other than that, but if it's shipping is outrageous, I just only way people I can see people paying for shipping is what do you call it? Like overnight. If it was overnight shipping or express, you will just begin with Printify pop-up in Canva and we'll add Etsy later after. Yes. Yes. I think that's a good plan. But yeah, that's it. I mean, that's easy peasy right there. Very easy. And you remember how to download? Yes. So and you remember how to download things from Etsy, Canva. Let me run that back again. Oh my goodness. Projects. Let me see. Uh-oh, that's not what we want. Home. Well, where's my stuff? Let me see. Sorry, I'll just use this one. Okay, good. Okay. So just always make sure when you download um that it is that like you set it to a PNG and then you move it up to 3, especially if it has wording. Make sure this size you can either type it in or move this, but make sure the size is set to 3. And depending on like your wording, if it has, let's just say there's something in the background and you don't want like this color, then you would make it a transparent background so that it's just only picking up your words or what have you. I mean, but if you do want your background, then don't worry about that. But yeah, set this to 3, and then that'll give you what you need to put over there in Printify. I mean, yeah, Printify. Download it and then upload it back into Printify. So yeah, that's Easy peasy. You have any other questions or anything else you want me to show you? I just think I love this little girl. That's so cute. And then with your little grandbaby's name, that's so cute. It's so beautiful. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm so grateful that you joined me tonight. I hope that that was helpful for you. I hope to, I guess, be on. I might jump on this weekend and do something else after Black Friday or what have you. And then yeah, and go from there. But I'll definitely have some more lives out there just kind of keep it going. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I will keep this up for you. Um, I might, I feel like I was I'm trying to think because I can't, I'm just talking off. Anyway, I'll keep this up for you. And then like you know how to read, you know how to get in contact with me. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, I wish you well on your store and just go for it. You got everything you need. You got everything you need. So I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving and just have fun. And thank you so much again for supporting me. I really do appreciate it because I'm just still getting used to this. Okay, have a good one. Take care. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bye bye.